BYD beats Tesla on sales in Q4 2023. So the sales figures have just been released, and as expected, BYD outsold Tesla for Q4 2023. Now in Q3, there were only a couple of thousand sales of battery electric vehicles behind Tesla, but in Q4, it outsold them by almost 9%, and Tesla's figures were records as well. So Tesla's figures for Q4 2023 were 484,507 battery electric vehicles sold, and BYD's was 526,409, and this is comparing like for like battery electric vehicles, because BYD also makes plug-in hybrids. So Tesla's still ahead for the year with around 1.81 million vehicles, whilst BYD sold almost 1.6 million battery electric vehicles. But in total, BY sold just over 3 million new energy vehicles. So both companies reached their stated targets, because BYD said they're aiming for 3 million and Tesla said 1.8 million. So they both did a pretty good job. So 2024 is going to be quite interesting. Tesla hasn't stated any targets yet, but I reckon it'll be neck and neck come December. However, BYD's chairman has said that BYD is going to strive for 3.6 million sales, which would be a year-on-year growth of about 20%. So what's your prediction? Let me know in the comments below. As a point of reference, Tesla sold just over 1.3 million in 2022, 1.8 million in 2023, which is a growth of about 40% year on year, and Elon Musk did say something about an average of 50% growth. So in order to keep up with just the 40%, they're going to have to target 2.5 million for 2024. Personally, I don't think they can do that because they haven't got enough factories. Maybe 2.2 million. But if you look at BYD with its target of 3.6 million, and more than half of those, so 2.1, 2.2 million, will be battery electric vehicles, it's going to be neck and neck by the end of the year. So Tesla's breakdown of their vehicles for Q4 was over 461,000 Models 3 and Y, and about 23,000 others, which would be the S, the X, and the Cybertruck. But they're not breaking out the figures for the Cybertruck deliveries, and I don't expect them to just yet, because there was probably only a couple of hundred of those. For the year, it was almost 1.74 million Model 3 and Y, and almost 69,000 others. So as I said, both Tesla and BYD companies are growing very nicely. The financials for Tesla won't be released until the end of January. BYD haven't announced that yet. So look, BYD are doing so well, and really I think one main reason, and that's their price when it comes to Tesla. They're cheaper, and we know everyone likes a bargain. They have had some issues with customer satisfaction. A study from 2022 showed around 35 in 10,000 vehicles from BYD, the customer wasn't satisfied. But with Tesla, it was only around 2.5. So all up, look, BYD has got some great cars, and I know that many people have got them, and they're very happy with the purchase. Now, another interesting thing that BYD has just announced is they're going to reward all their dealerships with a bonus, which will total approximately 280 million US, which is around 415 million Australian. So for those that made their target sales, they're going to receive RMB 666 reward for each vehicle sold. Now the change from RMB to US dollars, it's almost 7-1, so that makes out to be about 93 US, and RMB to Aussie dollar, it's about 5-1, so it makes that 140 Australian. It's not bad though. Several other Chinese companies have also released their sales figures. NIO, which is famous for their battery swap technology, are another Chinese EV manufacturer that are also going from strength to strength. Figures aren't quite as dramatic as BYD and Tesla, but they delivered over 50,000 vehicles in Q4. That was slightly down on Q3, but their overall yearly total was just over 160,000 vehicles, which is up almost 31% year on year, which is a very reasonable growth. Now, I did actually get to take a NIO ES8, which is a large SUV, out for a test drive. That would be about a year ago when I was in Bergen in Norway. And it was a great vehicle with some impressive stats. So would you like to see this company come to the Australian market? Yeah, I certainly would, because their cars are very nice. They're already in Europe and going great guns there. They aren't the cheapest EVs, but you do get the quality. XPeng is another battery electric vehicle manufacturer in China, and they're increasing in size as well. So the December deliveries for them were the third consecutive month where their sales exceeded 20,000, and their quarterly deliveries therefore exceeded 60,000 units for the first time. For the full year, they delivered over 141,000 electric vehicles, which was up 17% year on year. Now look, they're all still getting going. If you go back to when Tesla was a little startup company, they struggled. So these people aren't doing too bad, in my opinion. In the Netherlands, 31% of new car registrations are now electric vehicles, and close to the same amount are plug-in hybrids. So that's over 60% have got a plug on them. Not as good as Norway. We'll come to that in a minute. But the top-selling EV there was, guess what? It was the Tesla Model Y. Now, as I said, in Norway, which is where I drove that NIO ES8, they've revealed their figures that in 2023, a total of 104,590 electric cars were newly registered, as well as 10,169 plug-in hybrids. So the total new car registrations was 126,953. So the little difference there of about 8 or 9, 10,000 cars were not plug varietals. So as we know, Norway have got 93% sales are electric with a plug on. And guess what? The top selling electric vehicle, in fact, the top selling model there was the Model Y from Tesla. And it had sold 23,085 sales for the year, which gave it an 18% share of the market. Overall, Tesla got 21% share of the market with all their other vehicles. And in second place, surprisingly, was VW. They were miles behind with 12%. So 21%, 12%. That's quite a big difference. And it just goes down from there. So, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to help out the channel, and I need all the help I can get. You click on the like and subscribe buttons below and the notification bell. Making comments below also helps the channel. doing that, pretty please would be nice. In the description below, there's also some links to Ko-fi where you can help out the channel as well, and a link to my Tesla referral. And also there's a company called Teseries, TESERIES.com, a Chinese Tesla extra bits that you can buy from there. And you can get a discount with my code. Now, they've actually sent me something that I'm going to review probably in the next 1 or 2 videos. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all very soon.